What not to do when you're proposing. All right, this is my favorite list because these are some of the biggest pitfalls that companies get into when they're actually proposing. So why don't you kick us off, Kathy?
First one is ignore your customer's requirements. You already know what you want to give them. Deadly sin, just give them what you want to give them.
Now, the next deadly sin, brag. Brag, be arrogant, whatever it is. Use flowery adjectives, be full of yourself. Believe me, they don't want to hear it. They just want to hear how you're going to do what they need done.
And that's why the next sin is writing what you want to tell them instead of what they're asking for. Everyone's had that proposal manager or writer that's like, I know this is what the government wants. I talked to him. I know. If it didn't get written in the RFP, it's either not going to get graded or you're going to be hit for not including other things that you needed to.
And that leads to the next deadly sin. And that's not asking questions when the government's got something vague or when the government's actually written something that's contrary to another part of the RFP. Now, I'm not saying ask every single question that your team can think of, but when there's a question that's important to get answered so that you can actually deliver a compliant proposal, you need to ask that.
The next one is remember that there's a human being behind what you're giving, what you're turning in, behind doing all of the grading. That is a person. It's so a lot of this stuff's really, really dry, but if you bore them to tears, if you make it difficult for them, they're still human beings and they may not grade you the best way.
Yeah, talk about boring prose. One of the worst mistakes you can make is copying the statement of work, the performance work statement, other parts of the RFP, and just saying something like, we understand how to, blah, blah, blah. That sort of parroting back of the RFP doesn't get graded well. And in fact, in most RFPs, they have and somewhere in the grading criteria, they say, if you just tell us what we want to hear, we're not going to grade you well.
And that flows right into our seventh deadly sin, which is be vague and unsubstantiated. And that's exactly what Jeff's talking about. What the government wants to see is examples. They want process. They want how does this actually happen. They don't want you to tell them, yes, all of that stuff that you just asked for, I can do that.
No doubt. What they want to hear is you're a low risk, low cost provider that will take care of them if they choose you.